Beats Planet.
What's happening? Who is this talking to me already? Wait a damn, hold up. I ain't even started the show yet. What the hell going on? Wait a damn minute. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me go to Shreyas. Okay, let me mute Shreyas because he ain't got no business talking to me before I even start my damn show. You want to call in before the damn show gets started. Let me mute Shreyas.
I got you, boss.
I ain't gonna. Let me mute you before I get my intro done. And we back like bra straps. It's Voch Lombardi, Shreyas, and my 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. So, what's good, y'all? I wanted to drop this little stream. It's not gonna be long because I got something to do later. I'll keep y'all in touch with that. I know a lot of y'all, may not care about being first, and chat boxes, comment sections, and all that, but Nick Gashler was first, in case he cared about being first. Salute to you, sir. I wanted to make this live stream to just chill out with y'all. It's been a while. I'm coming back off vacation. And my videos did numbers while I was gone. Salute to AJ Green and Jalen Ramsey. So peep this out, man. Y'all can either call in and tell me about your favorite draft prospect coming out. I'm letting y'all be long-winded today. You can tell me about your favorite draft prospect coming out. You can tell me, if you want to talk about college playoffs or whatever, if you want to do that. If you want to just call to mingle and say what's happening, you just got a general question, I'm doing all that. Tonight, this is your show. My name's just on it. It won't be long. It'll probably be 30 minutes or so, maybe 40. I just wanted to come in and mingle with y'all for a minute. Now let me get Shreyas on the damn phone. Calling in early and show first one to class looking ass. What up, man?
What's up, Voch?
Man, I'm cool and holding it down for the Dosky Woski. What you got?
Man, I haven't been in here for a long time, man.
Right.
Good to be back.
Okay. What the hell you want? Pardon my grilled cheese sandwich, but what the hell you want?
Hey, Lamar Jackson is an NFL quarterback.
Okay.
Just to put it simply, I mean, to see how smart this guy is making reads, that is NFL quarterback material. He has an NFL mind, and he has an NFL arm, and he definitely has NFL athleticism, and he has NFL polish. Because of the fact he doesn't have, actually he doesn't have NFL polish, but he's more polished than a lot of guys that you would see that are declaring.
Okay.
Because NFL polish is on a whole nother level, as you know. But I mean, Dak Prescott had NFL polish coming out, but not many do. Like it's a rare thing to see that. But he's much more polished than you would expect from any quarterback.
Is he better than
really good making reads in the system?
Is he better than Baker Mayfield?
I think so.
Nick Gash, what you got to say about that?
Check this out. Baker Mayfield is head and shoulders above any other quarterback in this draft.
Talk that shit, Nick. Go ahead.
Baker Mayfield, the shit that he does is incredible. He's everything that we wanted Johnny Manziel to be, without the glamour, without the character issues. He is everything that we wanted him to be, and that is why he should be taken first overall. Now,
I just want to let everybody know that Nick Gashler is the best college football draft analyst on YouTube until I start doing work. So till about January, Nick Gashler is about as good as it gets, and he says Baker Mayfield is the number one guy. That what you saying?
Number one guy. He is head and shoulders above Lamar Jackson. He's head and shoulders above Josh Rosen. He's definitely head and shoulders above Will Grier, Baker, Jarrett Stidham, Mason Rudolph, etc. He's head and shoulders above all those scrubs.
Now, I haven't done the official work for this class yet. I've only done quick looks and skimming and scamming. And Baker Mayfield seemed like he had a consistency issue last year. Has he kind of fixed that a little bit?
He's been staying strong from week 1 to week whatever. I think it's week 12 now. He's been staying strong. He had a great game against TCU. He had a great game against Oklahoma State. He had a great game against Texas, against Ohio State. The UTEP. The games that he's been having just keeps piling on. Mm-hmm. He's above Saquon Barkley at this point for me.
Damn. Shreyas?
And maybe
go ahead.
Hey. You say that Baker Mayfield is head and shoulders above all these guys, yet he's only 6'1".
Oh,
just
shit.
justify
that shit.
You're gonna do me like that?
Oh shit. Go ahead, Nick. Get him. Shit, get him. It's y'all show. Get him.
But here's the thing about it. Baker Mayfield is phenomenal. The dude is lighting people up. You cannot dispute that. That's true. I agree with you. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think he has a touch on the ball. He has really good touch, but he doesn't have Lamar Jackson touch. Like that is touch at its finest.
But does Lamar Jackson got his accuracy?
You know,
okay, yeah.
Based on
Lamar Jackson have his unpredictability.
Let me just mute y'all real quick. I'm in a real strange position where, when people call me to go on their little radio shows or their podcasts or whatnot, they love to give me the the mainstream answer. You know, they say, "What's up with Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen and Josh Allen?" But I'm close to the underground. I haven't done my research, but I'm close to the underground, and I got to somehow explain why those three guys aren't the nipple on the titty anymore. Like, can y'all elaborate on that?
Hold up. Am I on or what?
Yeah, go ahead. You go.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Sure, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I agree.
Trey don't know what the hell he's talking about. Go ahead, Nick.
No, I got you.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Trey.
Go
ahead. Somebody, go.
Rosen, Allen. Okay, Allen, I absolutely hate. He's just not. I mean, he's just not good. The only thing he has is arm strength. I mean, like, other than that, that's it. Mm-hmm. That guy is only arm strength. He has no accuracy. He has no touch. He's just one of those guys who can sling it. And put it, fit it, throw a fastball.
Shreyas, I need you to bring some evidence. There's 5,000 people listening right now. I'm giving you a platform, and you let Nick Gashler whoop your ass right now. Get him, Nick.
All right. First off, Josh Allen, man. everybody falls in love with him because his size and his arm strength. But he ain't shit. His decision making has been shit since last year. He can't even throw for 100 yards against Hawaii. He threw for 92 yards against Hawaii. Hawaii.
Damn.
Hawaii.
Damn. Keep going.
God damn it. And Sam Darnold, he's just been, like I've repeated this so many times, it's kind of sad how much I've had to repeat this. Sam Darnold had a good year last year because nobody had film on him. Now that we've given defensive coordinators and scouts a whole summer to break down Sam Darnold and see what his weaknesses are, he ain't that great. He's just throwing interceptions every other play.
Hold on, let me reach on my
But here's
hip.
the thing, though.
My hip real quick.
How much talent did he lose on his offense as a whole? Think about it. He lost his starting left tackle. He lost a bunch of other linemen. He lost a right tackle.
Jiu-Jitsu
He's
Smith?
been in constant pressure. Darnold.
Yeah, but
He's been
Lamar
a constant
Jackson and
pressure.
Baker Mayfield are dealing with probably a lot harder situation. Baker Mayfield got nobody to throw to other than Mark Andrews. Lamar Jackson doesn't have anybody on his offense. That's why those are a 1-2 punch. Like you said, Baker
That's why I
Mayfield's
think
bad.
Lamar Jackson is one. But just to be fair to Sam Darnold, you can't just say he's flat garbage. He's not that bad. I mean, he's better than he looks right now, and he's worse than he looked last year. He's somewhere in the middle. The truth is somewhere in the middle with Sam Darnold. Yeah.
I feel you.
Okay, so
Finally, Josh.
So hold up.
Go
So I just finished my 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, so I'm ready to talk now. Both y'all can hang around, man. I actually got 2 callers on deck, so go ahead and make your point, and I'll just leave y'all alone, and the 3 of us can fandangle with these callers here. And the Snapchat is open, so it's Snapchat. Go in there and search Voch Lombardi, and the call-in number is 515-739-1285. You can call me with any with any topic. If you want to call me out, you feel like I was wrong about something, we can go at it. You know, we can fuss, fight, discuss, whatever you want to do. You know, we can talk whatever y'all want to do today. This is y'all show. So go ahead and make your last point about Josh, whoever you was about to say, and we can move on.
Josh Rosen, man.
Okay.
My mom was talking to somebody about it, and this dude said he's a textbook pick. He's a textbook pick. Of course he's a textbook pick. This kid was born into the earth to play quarterback, and so far he's done an okay job at it. His mechanics, amazing. His arm strength, I think, is pretty good. His vision, he looks around a little bit. But the thing is, when he's under pressure, which is all the time, he makes bad throws, and that is why he's not doing as well as we expect Josh Rosen to do.
I agree. And I think one thing that people need to understand about Josh Rosen is that he has no supporting cast. Like, the dude throws how many passes in that get tipped off his wide receivers and get picked? Bruh.
Yeah.
No, that should not happen to any quarterback in the NFL or any level of school. any level of football. That should just not happen. Your wide receiver shouldn't be. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep on your point. I'll go at the last.
Nah, I mean, I basically said what I wanted to say. Your wide receivers shouldn't have so much butter on their fingers. It's not fair to quarterbacks.
If Josh Rosen goes to a place with talented wide receivers, talented supporting cast, and he starts his first year, bold prediction, he's winning Offensive Rookie of the Year.
And you said that's Josh Allen that's going to do that? That's Josh Allen?
No, Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
Young Josh Rosen.
No.
So, look,
Josh
we got some
Allen
callers.
Been a garbage player of the year.
That's right. Slow down. Slow down, y'all. We got some callers. And we got some Snapchat, so that means it's time to move on. Plus, I've eaten my grilled cheese sandwich, so I'm taking the show back over. Let's get into this. 301, who this?
Hey, yo, what up, boss?
God,
This is Aaron holding down for the Dusky Wolfie, man. How it is?
What's happening, my man? Coolin'. What you got for the show?
All right. For one prospect there I want to definitely bring up is Michael Gallup, the wide receiver out of Colorado State.
Okay. Okay.
I like him.
I definitely think that Michael Gallup should be brought up in the list of one of the top wide receivers should be gone there up in the draft. Because let me tell y'all why. Because he is a quick, shifty route runner, that he doesn't drop balls, that his route tree there is great because he run a routes there in Colorado State. And I do think that he will be a very useful slot receiver there up in the next level. And I do think it's like if the Patriots are getting him in the first round, he'd be absolutely perfect for them because Denny Amendola is gone after this year. And that Michael Gallup therapy, why not pair up another Julian Edelman with another Julian Edelman?
Mm-hmm. Let me say something real quick about Michael Gallup. I like Michael Gallup not because I'm a Colorado State biased fan.
Because I don't know who the hell he is, but go ahead.
Because this dude, I don't know his measurables, but it seems like every game I've watched, he goes up against good defensive backs and mosses them every time.
Gallo. Okay. I'll be putting that. I mean, I'll be putting that in my notes section. What else you got on Michael Gallo? That's all you got, or you want somebody else before I cut you off?
All right, one more quick thing about who I got as my top pro quarterback there, and that is Mason Rudolph, Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Okay, tell me about it. Talk to me.
Yeah. All right, Mason Rudolph is a better Carson Palmer than Josh Rosen is because Josh Rosen.
Wait a minute,
you
wait a minute, goddammit, you stop. Wait a minute, goddammit, you stop. That's hilarious. You don't walk past that. Did you say that? What'd you say? You say he's a better Carson Palmer than Josh Allen? Josh, what the hell you say? Say it again.
I'm saying that many people there in the draft circles compare Josh Rosen to Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
And I see Mason Rudolph being a better Carson Palmer than Josh Rosen is because let me tell y'all straight about Josh Rosen.
Okay.
That he is a glass house there behind center because the dude there is constantly there getting hurt. Well, UCLA has no offensive line there whatsoever, and its defense there is horrible there at UCLA. I have no doubt about Josh Rosen's intangibles there for what he can bring. But if he gets in within the top 5 of the NFL draft, that stage of the Giants where most people there have talking about him going, that Josh Rosen there will get smoked. Because the Giants there haven't done anything to fix their offensive line whatsoever. Yep. And Josh Rosen there gets right behind that offensive line, that boy's going to get smoked.
Yeah.
As a Giants fan, I can agree with you.
Well, that's a damn good call. Speaking of which, the Giants are like 1-9, huh? 1-10? 1-9?
1-8.
Yeah, 1-8, but I mean, they're probably going to be 1-15. So
ain't that beautiful?
I wish they go 1-15.
I don't, you know.
Ray, at least you can.
I don't.
At least you can say you're.
Go ahead, Nick.
Go ahead.
I don't give Giants fans enough. I don't give Giants fans enough bullshit, man. Like Giants fans harassed the hell out of me for like a year, and the Giants are shitty now, and I feel like I'm not mean enough to them. I should be letting you have it right now, but you the homie. I got 3 callers, but you know we always go to the platinum ones first, so he already know who he is. What up, Dan?
Hey, what's up?
Man, holding it down for the Doski Woes. What you got, fam?
Well, I got a few things.
Okay.
I got one sleeper safety in this class.
Okay.
You always know I'm going to plug my boy Lamar Jackson.
All right.
I want to talk about why the hell do all of the good prospects, quarterback prospects in this draft, have terrible teams?
Okay.
Like, why do we have to deal with it? You realize how much harder it is to evaluate players when they're dealing with drops and just the dumbest shit on a consistent basis like you see with UCLA and Louisville? It's so aggravating.
Yeah.
That's why everybody thinks this class is shit because the supporting cast is shit.
And everybody just looks at the box scores.
Yeah, I mean, people don't have the ability to see past the supporting cast, which is a very important ability when it comes to evaluating talent. And I can see that Nick Gasper, you can do that. You can see talent past the supporting cast, past the other guys. Voch can do that. But a lot of people out there...
Because I'm the best.
Okay, Voch. All right.
What else you got, Dan? Keep going.
They're devaluing the eye test. Like, everybody likes to say, oh, well, the stats don't lie. Well, there's stats that you can look at that don't lie, but nobody actually looks at those stats.
Exactly.
All these people who are statistically reliant are looking at the most basic stats that ignore, like, the percentage of dropped passes, for example. And these are highly relevant things.
Great point.
Fantastic point. Listen, Dan, I normally let you be like long-winded, but we got like 9 callers for some reason. So, Peep, I'm about to clear the lines up, and if the calls go down and you still got something else to say, just call back later. You know I'll let you back through.
I just say a name, throw a name out real quick.
Go ahead.
All right, Jesse Bates III out of Wake Forest at safety.
Who?
Watch him. He's an absolute beast.
Jesse Bates III from App State?
Wake Forest.
From Wake Forest? Same thing. All right, man. Appreciate it. If you got something else to say, call back and we'll talk about it.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay, that was interesting. He say all the top tier quarterback talent is they got terrible teams. So it's UCLA, USC, Wyoming, yeah. So that's Oklahoma State. I mean they
Wyoming, top tier in Wyoming.
Hey, what you want me to say, man? What you want me to say? We got a lot of callers, man.
Let's not talk about Josh Allen. He's like that red-headed stepchild. So let's just not talk about him.
You know, my whole thing, man, is I never listen to any type of quarterback talk, right? Because like this time last year, Brad Kaya was like the number one guy, and this time 2 years ago, Paxton Lynch was the number one guy. This time 3 years ago, Cardell Jones was like the number one guy. I'm gonna chill out. I'm just gonna wait, man. I'm just gonna wait.
Before we move,
what's up?
Before we move on, I'd like to mention one name.
Yes, sir.
Taven Bryan.
I don't know who that is.
Defensive tackle from Florida.
Look, let me tell you something. I don't know anybody, so all the names you name, and I'm going, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know him either.
Any callers in line who know who Taven Bryan is, please corroborate my story here that he's one of the best defensive tackles in this draft.
Hey, man, I start, for those of you that don't know, I don't like to jump into draft talk. I don't like to jump into film study really early. A lot of stuff got to happen, man. You know, people got to get better. You know, more film got to come out. Bowl games got to be played. So I typically wait till like mid-January. Plus, I don't want to study a bunch of guys and they just go back to school. That'll just piss me all the way off. So, let's do this.
Yeah. So watch.
What's up?
Did was I just Googled Taven Bryan, right?
Okay.
I went on Walter Football, which is, it's whatever you want to call it. It's not that reliable.
That's all we got.
But there's people over there saying Taven Bryan is drawing comparisons to J.J. Watt and Derek Wolfe. So I mean that's, that's quite a.
It's November, man.
Taven Bryan in a 4-3, he's going to play 3-tech defensive tackle. In a 3-4, he's going to play 3-4 defensive end. And he is strong. He's quick off the line, and he can get penetration and get into that backfield to make some stops.
I'll take a look and see, man.
Above Christian Wilkins.
Well, you know, I'm already, you know, and you know, Clemson fans kind of hate me because I always find something in Clemson players that make them not what people think they are. And
Deshaun Watson.
You know what I'm saying. You know,
let's not bring him up.
why shouldn't we bring up Deshaun Watson? Shreyas. Why shouldn't we?
No, because you said you found some faults in players, and everybody was finding fault in Deshaun Watson, and then he turned out to be a stud.
He's cool. He's on a really good team. He's making some cool little throws. He learned some stuff. What are you saying?
I mean, okay, behind the Texans' offensive line, that offensive line kills people.
Well, when you're a mobile quarterback, it's kind of easier to navigate the pocket. But I'm listening to what you. I mean, I'll listen to your point though. I mean,
I like him, man. I like Deshaun Watson a lot.
I like him too. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what you're saying because it sounds like you're trying to call me out. I mean, we could talk. If you want.
No, I'm not calling you out, but I think I was calling a lot of other people out who hated Deshaun Watson's guts. I
don't think they hated him. Maybe they just fairly assessed his college tape. You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. Because a lot of people think I hate Deshaun Watson. I think I just fairly assessed his college tape. Let me jump into some of these callers, man. 317, who this?
It's Jalen.
What up, Jalen? What you got? I recognize your number, man. I don't know why you not put in platinum. What's up, man? What you got? Jalen, what you got? Oh, shit. Jalen, you muted. Wait a minute. Jalen, stop. You muted. Quit talking. Okay, cool. There you go.
I know how everybody's
Okay,
throwing
go.
out their sleeper guy, I guess. So I guess I'll
Right.
throw out a guy I really like.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else here has seen him,
Right.
but it's T. Gray Scales, a linebacker out of IU.
Yep.
I haven't watched
He's
a ton
not
of film
bad.
on him, but when I watch the games, he's always flashing on the screen. He's a decently fast guy at linebacker.
He's pretty fast.
I think he's decently fast. He's a little bit undersized, it seems like, but he gets off blocks still. He's a great playmaker. But since we want to talk quarterbacks to start off the show, why the hell are we saying Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback?
Because he is.
He is 100% not. Josh Rosen is still the best.
I mean, I don't even know, man. I haven't watched
Rosen?
film yet, but I'm gonna let Nick Gashler get you, but I don't even know.
Look, let me just say this. Josh Rosen, I know Kevin Spacey said he did something to a young boy.
Oh,
but
no.
What UCLA is doing to Josh Rosen, oh my God, it's worse than that. I guess it's in his personality to want to go to UCLA or some shit, but damn it, if he would have went to some school that had maybe one receiver, maybe just one average receiver, it would help him out a bit. I don't think he has a single average receiver on his team, an average offensive line, an average tight end. Well, he had an average tight end. He got hurt. He doesn't have a run game. He's always down because his defense will give up like 50 out the ass. Like, they just love getting penetrated or something. I don't know, but Rosen still has the best arm. He's got very good eyes to me. I don't know why we were questioning his eyes. I think he manipulates safeties pretty well for a guy young like him.
That's one of his big pros. He's really good at manipulating safeties.
I don't
just
think
have it below
anybody can throw
Lamar
people
Jackson,
open
but
like
pretty
he
good.
can. I don't think anybody can throw people open like he can in this draft. I think he's the only guy with that ability, really. Or maybe Josh Allen has it, but I think Josh Rosen has a ridiculous arm, and like he's just better. And then there's also, Baker Mayfield. Look, Baker Mayfield plays in the Big 12, and we all know what they say about Big 12 defenses. They don't play.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm.
Same
I
old
think-
story. Do you see what he did against Ohio State?
He really
Oh,
tore
shit.
them up.
Talk to him.
Mhm.
Talk that
So
shit.
y'all don't be even talking about the defense.
He
before
threw
that
a hell of a screen pass. He threw some amazing screen passes.
Oh shit,
I never.
Nick.
God damn, those are some ridiculously good 5-yard throws.
Boy, them slants. Boy, them damn slants. Get him, Jalen. Talk to him. Don't look, man. Hey,
we're
man.
talking about-
Look, don't let Nick
Done
Gashler
things
come
we-
up here. Don't let Nick Gashler come up here and punk y'all because he got a YouTube channel. Talk to him, Jalen.
No, it's just I don't see it in Baker Mayfield. Some people are comparing him to Russell Wilson. Hell no, he doesn't have that kind of arm. Like,
Damn.
Baker is a college quarterback.
Damn.
He's a college quarterback.
Damn.
He's
Oh, my
Manziel.
gosh.
He's Tim Tebow. He's one of those guys who lights up college. He makes a lot of backyard football plays where he's
Damn.
scrambling and making some ridiculous
Nah,
highlight.
man.
But damn it, I don't like.
Isn't
I
Deshaun
don't
Watson
like
it?
seeing the NFL.
Isn't it
I
Deshaun
disagree,
Watson a college quarterback?
He damn
Look
near
what he's
is.
doing.
If
Hell
we're being
yeah.
honest with
Look what he's
ourselves.
doing in the NFL.
If we're
Hell
being
yeah.
honest with ourselves, Deshaun Watson is a high school quarterback or a fucking college quarterback. And
Hey,
guess
real
what?
talk. College quarterbacks is not a thing. If you have a head coach,
That's
if you
a
have
lie.
an offensive coordinator
That's a
who's
lie.
smart enough,
That's a lie.
Man,
who is smart enough to adjust the player's
Okay.
talent to the scheme.
all right.
Because let me
There's
tell
no
you
such thing as
something.
a college-
No, let me tell you
Yeah.
something. Because before every franchise quarterback, there was a scrub-ass college quarterback. I don't want to hear that. No.
Yeah, let me,
Yeah,
let me
because
tell
he
you
got
this. I'm gonna
underdeveloped
name.
because
Let me
of the
name
coaching
4
was terrible.
quarterbacks right quick.
Or
I'm gonna name 4 quarterbacks:
But
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Deshaun Watson. Now, which one of those sounds different from the other 3?
how many years has Deshaun Watson had to play in the league?
All right, you want to do a different one? Let's do this guy won a playoff game. Let's do Tim Tebow versus what? Big Ben, Andrew Luck, and Cam Newton. Which one of those sounds different from the other?
Oh, Andrew
All
Luck.
right, first of all, Tim Tebow was a lefty. Second
Thank
of
you,
all,
thank you.
Tim Tebow's
I'll
amazing.
thank you
We're not going to have no Tebow slander. Jalen, thanks for the call, fam. You lit it up, fam.
Wait, I got one more. I got one more.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay. One more.
I
Hold up.
just want to say this. I don't know. Dak must have been Kesha because that man Chaz Green was the manager.
All right, that's enough, fam. All right,
Check this
appreciate it.
Before he gets off, check this out.
Thanks for calling, Jalen.
UCLA is
Jalen gone,
this
Nick. Nick, Jalen gone.
he's gone.
Yeah, we're
gone.
not gonna have that. Not on my show.
Cowboys fans know what it feels like to be a Giants fan for these past 5 years.
Shrey, don't make me drop you too, fam. Adam, hang tight,
Check this
man.
out.
Adam, hang tight. Let me get some of these callers off. I want you to have your time. I want you to have a lot of time to say what you got to say. Go ahead and react for 20 seconds while I pull this Snapchat up, Nick. Nick,
Hold up. Check.
Go
My
ahead.
bad. Check this out. UCLA is a big baller school.
Mhm.
Remember the last time that somebody drafted a big baller? How'd that work out?
Shut your stupid ass up. Let me pull this damn Snapchat up for Sean Carter. Let me attach myself to the Wi-Fi. Okay, while we doing that, let me jump into the phones then. Let me do 812. Who this?
This is LJ, man. Saints fan. What's happening with you, Bob?
What up, LJ, the Saints fan, cooling fan? What you got for the show?
I called to mess with you a little bit about something we debated, fam.
Hey man, don't make me kick
fantasy
you off the
football.
phone, dog. Don't make
It's
me
about
kick.
fantasy running back. Let's that.
Let's do it. What you got?
I told you Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook would arguably be better than Mixon and McCaffrey.
Okay.
I told you this.
Okay.
But you got something, fam, because Alvin Kamara beat both of them, and it took your boy Mixon like 8 weeks to even catch up with what Cook did before he got hurt, man.
People this out, fam, and this partially why I don't like being an analyst, because people ask for your opinions, and you know when people ask, I don't back down from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give people what they're asking for. Now the problem is everybody's situation is different. You know what I mean? So yes, Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook, they both did amazing, but Christian McCaffrey's in a situation where his offense really doesn't know how to use him, and Joe Mixon is in a situation where Marvin Lewis is so retarded he wants to make he want to make Joe Mixon earn the spot. He want to fit that rotation in. He want to
is everything I told you, fam, when I called.
I don't remember having that conversation.
I know. You can look back at the tapes when you get ready.
I'll look back, man. Give me a date and a timestamp. I'll go back and look, and if I'm wrong, hey, you got it. But you know, early in the season.
Question for you though. I do have one question for you.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
About, you think your team gonna actually play McFadden, bro? Because I'm thinking about picking him up. You think they're actually gonna play him, or they gonna ride with Alvin Morris for the next?
Rod Smith might be the guy. Rod Smith might be the guy, and what makes me say that is he runs. He's most similar to Zeke, even though the other two are veterans. Rod runs hard and he catches passes. Now, even though he has some assignment busts, you can check the film session I just did on the Cowboys versus the Falcons. He kind of had a few assignment busts, but he runs closer to Zeke than the other two. Alfred Morris tends to get the ball and run into the back of people. So,
yeah.
So just pick up Rod Smith. Keith Smith is the fullback. Rod Smith is the running back.
All right.
All right, appreciate it, fam.
Yeah, LJ. I normally don't give Saints fans props because I'm not very much pro Saints, man. But salute to the Saints. Y'all look good. Y'all running the ball well and y'all playing some good defense. So salute.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you, Cowboys, bro.
Yes, sir. Doski Woski. All right.
Peasky whiskey.
I was about to drop him off the phone, but I couldn't drop him fast enough. Everything happens for a reason, man. We're going to take one more call, then we're going to get into Snapchat, then we're going to get into Adam, because I know Adam got some jewels for us. Adam got some gold. 509. Who this? Quickly.
Hey, this is John. Long-time watcher, big fan.
What's up, John?
So, I'm a fellow Cowboys fan, and I'm really pissed off about Sunday and how we don't show up.
Right.
And these kinds of games too much. But
let me ask you this, man.
For me,
let me ask you this,
what?
Bro. Okay, you said we didn't show up. What if I was to counter that with we showed up with 4 less Pro Bowlers than we had the week before? What would you say?
I would agree.
Okay.
But
go ahead.
It's just to see, for me as a fan, to see just dumb shit that we do. Right. It's mind-boggling.
Like what?
Not having Hannah co-block with Chaz and leaving him alone on an island. Just shit.
Well, And I kind of broke this down in my Cowboys film session. I feel your pain. Thing about it though, how the NFL works is you can only give a certain look for so long because the other team is gonna adjust to it. And the Cowboys gave plenty looks to help Chaz Green. They rolled to the opposite side. They read Claiborne on the read option. They chipped him with the running back. They double teamed him with Witten. The problem is you can't keep doing that. If you leave Hannah out there the whole entire game, you know what they're gonna start doing? They're gonna start lining a linebacker up outside of Hannah, and they're going to blitz that linebacker, making Hannah block the linebacker, putting Adrian Claiborne in the same one-on-one situation he was just in with Chaz Green. So you can only do so much. What you need to do is look Chaz Green in the face and say, bruh, do better. As a coach, your job is to prepare your team before the game. During the game, players got to show up and play. There's no adjustment you can make that can make Chaz Green block Adrian Claiborne. Somebody was saying, well, put somebody else in there. Okay, you're going to put Byron Bell in there to get Dak Prescott sacked quicker? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do in that situation. Nothing you can do in that situation.
I hear you. It's just frustrating to see just and then here's Stephen A. Smith. Here we go again.
That's the problem, fam. That's the problem. Quit watching 4-Letter Network, bro. Quit watching 4-Letter Network. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about the one text coming out this year in the draft.
Okay.
I'm a Florida State fan.
All right.
And I really like Derek Notty's game. He's quick off the ball, gets really good penetration, stops the run, and can get after the passer a little bit. He actually, was in Kelly Bryant's face a lot Saturday against Clemson, but Florida State's playing like trash this year, so they can't score. Defense keeps them in games and then they lose. Like those Chicago Bear teams with Lovie Smith. But,
okay.
But yeah, I like Noddy, and I'm really a lot of people are talking about Deron Payne from Alabama. I don't know about Alabama players because those teams are so stacked,
Okay.
But yeah, I think a guy that's a sleeper is Trenton Thompson from Georgia.
Okay.
I've been watching, I watched Georgia a little bit, and I like his game. Roquan Smith gets a lot of pub as their linebacker, but I like Thompson the best. As a Cowboys fan, I wish we would draft one of these guys in the middle that are a little bit bigger. Yeah, those are really three guys that I'm kind of looking at in the draft, hoping maybe we can get a defensive tackle that's that's stout in the middle, so we don't have a lot of problems stopping the run.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. Sometimes when you listen, fam, listen, man. The Cowboys' defense is solid. I think a lot of our problems lie in our defensive backfield being full of young men, and when Sean Lee goes off the field, we're poo. So thanks for the call, though, John. But I think we need to get Sean Lee some bionic legs, and just kind of go from there, man, because that dude's amazing. Nick Gashler, you're back on the phone. You actually left, but I brought you back in, so I heard you react to his Florida State guy.
Experimenting with my phone and I accidentally turned it off. So.
Well, you need to quit messing around with your phone. This is Sean Carter on the Snapchat. Let me see what you got. The Patreon member, Sean Carter. Salute to you. Let me see what he got to say. Let me make sure my phone cut up. All right, cool. Here we go.
Hey Voch, the Irish just got hammered 5-1 to Denmark. We're not going to the World Cup. Any words of encouragement?
Fuck soccer. Fuck soccer.
No, Nick, no. If he was a non-Patreon member, it'll definitely be fuck soccer. But since he drops money in my Patreon every month, he wants some words of encouragement. Hey man, look, get you a lady friend and a bottle of liquor, and try not to kill both at the same time. You know what I mean? Adam, what's good, fam? Adam. Okay. Shreyas, can you hear me? Okay, time out. I can't hear nobody. Wait a minute. Nobody move. Apparently, I can't hear nobody. So let me hit that button. That button don't work. Hello? Nick Gashler, can you hear me? Nobody can hear me. What the hell going on here? Huh. Let me go to freeconferencecall.com, see what's going on with freeconferencecall.com. Oh, he just dropped everybody. Oh, man. Oh. Hey, man, call back. God damn it, I was just about to go to Adam, man. Look, hold on, they say all these people left the call. What the hell just happened to my damn phones, man? Oh, shit, there go Daniel. Daniel waiting on me. I got you, Dan. I'm coming, man. We're gonna get Adam back on the phone, and we're gonna get Nick and Nick.
We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Clearly, bitch.
You may not hear everyone on the call. You will be prompted when the conference is reconnected.
Ain't that some shit? So what I'm supposed to do? Okay, so look. Okay, so we got some people back.
This conference has been reconnected.
Okay. Thank you. Shreyas, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, that was so.
I can hear you.
That was so strange, man. It just cut all my phones off and shit. That's so. Adam, what's good, man? Hello, Adam.
I'm not hearing Adam.
Oh, Adam's muted. Damn, I need look. These people tripping. Okay,
there you go.
Now, Adam, let's work, man. What you got, fam? Damn.
All right, so I got a couple things today. So I'm going to be talking about some Bryce Love, a little bit of Baker Mayfield, and I'd love to talk about Rosen, but I just don't think I have enough info to talk about him today. But let's somebody was talking shit on Mayfield earlier, so let's just get into a little bit of what he's got going on. I mean,
let's do it.
I heard about him a little while back. Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, sweet. So I heard some people comparing him to Drew Brees a little while back, and I felt that was a really lofty comparison. And I didn't really want to believe it. I'm like, that's a Hall of Fame quarterback you're talking about. This guy's just in college. And I started looking through his physical repertoire and kind of how he plays the game. And, I really kind of think that's a ceiling. I mean, it really is looking like the way that he plays, he doesn't run scrambling. He's got a big arm. He's able to lead his receivers extremely well. I mean, any throw you ask this guy to make, he's going to make it on the field. And I just ran through a little bit of his draft breakdown. And you ask him to throw a 9 right into the basket, he's going to. I mean, you ask him to lead receiver on the slants and not put his guy in harm's way, he's going to do that as well. I mean, and time again, I see this guy manipulating defense. Even if it is in the Big 12, he's able to keep that gas pedal on, which I think is kind of under-discussed, right? Like, sure, defenses in that division are bad for the most part, but how often can you see somebody put up 60 points? Like, that doesn't really happen. And the ability to be able to maintain that level of intensity through an entire game, even if it is against, Oklahoma State or Texas Tech or whatever, I think that we don't focus enough on that. We look at the great coaching and the great pieces around them, which, they are exceptional, even though they did lose a lot of their running back depth last year. We have to make sure that we attend to that as well. But I just think that it's really important that we recognize who's running this offense. So one of the things I did when I was looking into this call is I looked into their scheme. It's not exactly an air raid, it's not exactly a spread, and it's not exactly a power. It's an amalgam of all of them. And so what this requires is for Mayfield to identify hot receivers, to identify exactly where the offense wants to go and make multiple reads if necessary. He doesn't always have to do that, but he will do it. And I think that's a big separation between him and a lot of the other guys who come out of that air raid offense. And so people who are just comparing him to just calling him a jag, right, and just another guy, I think that those are ill-placed. I think that he has everything he needs to succeed on the next level. But it may take him a little time to transition if he's put in a place where he's not surrounded by a lot of elite talent. And that's something that I do worry about. He's a smaller guy. He's not as mobile as Russell Wilson. And if you put him in a situation where he's on, like the 2013 or 2014 Jaguars, it may be really bad. What do you guys think about Baker?
hold on. First off, who's your number one quarterback?
Rosen, for my preliminary viewing. Yeah.
Okay, and I said I remember you don't want to go into Rosen, so I'm not going to talk about it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just the comebacks I've seen of him, knowing that he's working with inferior talent, and just looking into their scheme a little bit and how diversified that scheme can be. It's just like kind of this week it's going to be one person, this week it's going to be another person, and how Rosen he loses, but it's obvious that without him, that's the worst like Power 5 team in the league. I mean, it's nationwide possibly. And I think if you take Mayfield out of there, it's like you take Mayfield out of all that, and they'll still probably be pretty damn good. But I think that everybody's jobs at UCLA are kind of dependent on Rosen right now, and that's when you have that whole truck versus trailer thing, right? Like, are you being pulled or are you pulling everybody? And I'm not saying that Mayfield's being pulled, but I'm saying that Rosen is pulling everybody, and so that's who I want on my team. As a 49er fan, I'd be really pissed off. Like if we didn't get Garoppolo and then we looked over Rosen, I'd have been really frustrated. But yeah, he's my number one. But I don't have enough.
You guys got your QB.
Yeah, we got him. Hopefully, he's pretty. So that's always nice. But yeah, but what do you guys thoughts on Mayfield? Do you see any difference in between what I see here?
Well,
I really appreciate the point you brought up about the whole. Air raid system does not define a quarterback. You have to look at all the circumstances. You have to look at everything. You can't just go, oh, air raid, oh, eliminated from prospect, from being a good prospect. That's not how it works, and I appreciate that you brought it up. And I'm gonna let Voch.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to make it real clear that my opinion or whatever on Baker Mayfield is that I don't have one because I started watching film in January. But until then, I will say though, man, watching him last year, man. Like I said earlier, he was having problems with consistency. He'll make some great throws and then he'll throw the ball to me sometimes. He'll throw the ball to the coach, to the referees, and to the other team. So I just want to see, just moving forward, has he worked on that? Has he worked on ball placement? I will say this. He's played in some damn big games and some damn shootouts this year, and I really like my quarterback being able to win shootouts. So it's definitely going to be interesting moving forward to try to figure out this whole Baker Mayfield puzzle.
And
yeah, I'm curious.
Adam, I'd like to add one more thing to that. Like with the air raid systems, not all. Like kind of what Trey said, not all air raid quarterbacks are bust. Look at Jared Goff. I mean, he had trouble finding his footing last year, but I think that's just because he was a rookie and he was in Jeff Fisher's system. Now that he's in Sean McVay, he is a near MVP candidate. I'm not saying he is one, but he's a near MVP candidate.
Right. I mean, and the Oklahoma system doesn't rely entirely on air raid concepts. I mean, they bring a lot of other things in there too. They run power. They'll run different spread concepts. There's a lot of use of the slot receiver in the Oklahoma system from what I've seen in my short study of this. And so that does require them to think a bit more as well. And I think there are a lot of qualities that go into a fine quarterback. And you don't get me started on Goff. I'm a big Goff fan, but that's neither here nor there right now.
And also, then you go look at this recent one, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I think he's gone to one of the best coaching systems, with the exception of the Patriots and maybe the Eagles in the NFL, and that's the Chiefs. Andy Reid has been consistent for a very long time, and I think that will ultimately put Mahomes in the lead for the long run.
Yeah.
So if Baker Mayfield goes to a good offensive system, there is no doubt that he will be one of the NFL's best quarterbacks in the future.
Right, absolutely. I mean, I'm feeling good about him. A lot of these things have to do with how does your confidence play out over those first 3 years. And as long as I don't think he's drafted like 1 or 2 overall, he'll probably be fine. But even if he is drafted that high, he just needs to go to the right system. But yeah, I mean that's kind of my little thing I got about Mayfield though. But I do have a little bit of on Bryce Love, and I'd like to get you guys' input here because he's a little perplexing to me. So it's like so. Yeah.
As a Stanford fan, being my primary college football team, I'm excited to hear about Bryce Love. I love this kid.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, first things first. He's a stem cell researcher, and that's basically what I try to do. So that's like pretty dope in and of itself. But so that's pretty sweet. But all right, so first of all, let's get into how this guy's performed. I mean, quite possibly the greatest September of all time. But I mean, you just take a look at his games, right? He's currently averaging 9 yards a carry, and he has 15 touchdowns.
That's crazy.
That's pretty incredible in and of itself.
That's crazy.
But didn't he just tie Melvin Gordon's record for most games in a season with at least a 50-yard run? I mean, that's pretty impressive because it means he's not being caught from behind. I mean, he has 6 60-yard runs and a 70-yard run. If his line, his enormous ogre sets that they're running, this 2 tight end, 1 halfback, 1 fullback, like 4 extra 300-pound guys in the line, if that's doing all that, that's great. Maybe it'll 20, 30 yards. But the fact that he's busting out these 60, 70-yard runs, I think that's indicative of a really low 3-4 time. I mean, 4-4 time that we're expecting to see in this upcoming combine. But I looked at his metrics. One of the things that do worry me a little bit is he's 5'10", 196 pounds according to Google, and that makes him worrisome in an NFL context. But he pulls an extra 10 pounds on there, and look, if he's 5'10", 207 pounds, that's almost exactly the size of Shady McCoy. And I think that's kind of who he compares to, perhaps a slightly more explosive Shady McCoy, because the Cardinals, they run these crazy power sets, but they'll also switch to outside zones. And so what you're asking him to do is to move to the outside, identify the right gap to run, because as we know, the zone plays are so much more dependent on the running back's ability to be able to see where the opportunity lies. And so Bryce being able to not only utilize the power but the zone concepts as well means his transition ability for the NFL is substantially higher than somebody like Samaje Perine that just ran a bunch of power concepts. And so I think that he's in a really good position to thrive. He just needs to go to the right place. Unfortunately, I'd love to get your input on this as well, is I don't see him utilizing the pass game all that often. He only has a few catches this year, and maybe that's because Stanford doesn't pass all that often. But from what I've seen, he has decent hands. I mean, and he has good vision and good burst in the open field. He's on an amazing role right now. And I mean, we just haven't seen very much of his ability to run routes and his ability to catch. Do you know why they're doing that, or what the problem may be there?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't catch Stanford games every Saturday or Friday because those are usually my busy days during the week. Especially on the weekend, but I think Christian McCaffrey, I mean, he was a huge receiving threat for a really long time for Stanford, and even that one year where he was in the Heisman contention, he was really good. But I think because there's no Christian McCaffrey, they're kind of wanting to adapt that in the future, is my guess, and Bryce Love may not be the person to try and use the same offensive scheme as McCaffrey. So that's just my that's just my guess off the bat. But another thing I want to bring up is he gonna
Nick Jensen in the comments say Voch speechless. Nah, man, I'm listening, man. Cause look, man. When this man calls in, I sit back and I listen to him because I'm not a numbers guy. I'm a film guy, right? Yeah. And I just take his perspective and I put it together with what I do, and we make this kind of fusion dance ass type of, scout type of situation. And I learn something new. I learn something new every time I listen to him. So I'm sitting back listening because I don't know who the hell these people are, but I have heard rumors because I start filming in January. But I'm just interested though. We are gonna wrap this thing up in a little bit, so go ahead and wrap up, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, man. No worries.
My thing here is he's only been around as the starting running back for a year, and while he has had a good year, if you were a prospect, would you want to stay in school just to add on that little extra experience that gives you the pump up for 2019 to possibly be that running back one?
Well, I mean, just a couple things. Really quick, I just wanted to jump in and talk about his last game. He had 5.5 yards carry, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns against Washington, which was pretty much the number one in the nation. And that was really impressive. But I think that for Bryce Love personally, you have to take into consideration where you are, and the fact that he's at Stanford, trying to get a degree in biology. I think that that's a lot more important to him, or pretty much any person who's trying to pursue a career after football to get that. I think that that's going to play a lot into his calculus, and I think it's a wise move. But yeah, I think that you need to balance your expectations as a running back. So one of my early articles I wrote this year at Rotoballer describes the effectiveness of running backs based on age, and you actually run into your best year as a running back at age 24 and a half, 24.8 or 24.9. And you actually start becoming really effective in the NFL around the age 22. You don't see a lot of 20 or 21-year-old running backs who are extremely good because they just don't have that experience. But if you can get in there at like late 21, early 22, and just jump in because he's a junior right now, that's when you're really effective. But if you get too many carries on you, then you're going to be less effective because you're artificially speeding up that age. And so you guys can check that out on Rotoballer. But it's always really interesting stuff to see how these guys are going to be successful. I'm not certain if Bryce Love will be able to transition as easily because he has these huge guards, but I think that he has everything he needs to be able to be so successful. So Voch, I'd love to see a film session on Bryce Love. If you can do that for me, I'd be super happy. I don't want to take up too much more time.
Oh no, it's all good. January. Nick Gashler is the he's the #1 college draft football film analyst until I start in January. So he has some film up on his channel, and I'll be joining shortly.
So head on over to Nick Gashler, and you can actually see a Bryce Love film session for the game he had against Arizona State, and then a little bit of UCLA tape. So make sure to check that out.
Thanks for calling, Adam.
Right on. Yep. Thanks so much, guys. Take it easy.
Yes, sir.
You too.
Great content, man.
And this is the part I hate the most, man. This is the part I hate the most because it's so unfair. I let Adam have like a million minutes. Dan, you got 30 seconds, man. What you got? What you got, bro?
I just wanted to say the only difference between Deshaun Kaiser and Josh Allen as a prospect is that Deshaun Kaiser showed stuff outside of physical talent, and Matt Miller decided to stay on Josh Allen's dick for longer.
God damn. Oh,
Yep.
no. God damn. Let me get that on the phone. Thanks for the call back, man. He gone. Shreyas, plug your stuff, man.
Bruh. Blue 9 Productions, we out here. We were in a little hiatus, but we started making videos as of last week. I'm uploading left tackle out of Texas. Forget his name. But
Connor Williams.
Yeah. Uploading a Connor Williams video soon. So watch out for that. Blue 9 Productions, Blue 9 spelled out. All right. Go ahead, Nick, I guess.
Go ahead, Nick.
YouTube channel, Nick Gashler. Check it out. If you're having trouble finding Shrey's channel, it's linked in my channel section, so make sure to check that out, as well as everybody else that's on there. Website, gdaofficial.com. Make sure to check that out, too. Got all my mock drafts, position rankings, prospect rankings, etc. So, and we're going to get a couple interesting articles coming out soon. Have some coaches on the hot seat. We're going to have a list of some underrated prospects. It's going to be good.
And I'm Voch Lombardi. Y'all already know that. VOCHLOMBARDI. Hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. It'll let you know. And look, when you hit the bitch, like, make sure it says you get all notifications, not just the occasional joint, because we don't want to occasionally nothing. We want all the notifications for the notification squad. Get you a Speed Strength ass whoop shirt. And with that being said, the Doski Woski is strong and the Peasky Whiskey's implied. Peace, y'all.